All right, Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Karkadash. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Karkadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone who rule well, teach well, being a great example to us brothers. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. First off, I want to start off with the 12 tribe chart. First and foremost, it's your boy, Anal Shafa'al, coming to you from Bloomington, Indiana, Camp Prophecy and Promise. Okay? This is the 12 tribes chart, and these are the lost tribes who are now found. The lost tribes of Israel. And it says Judah, the American blacks. Benjamin are the West Indian blacks. Levi are the Haitians. Ephraim, Puerto Ricans. Manasseh is the Cubans. Simeon is the Dominicans. Zebulun is Guatemala to Panama, the Mayans. Gad is the Native American Indians. Reuben, the Seminole Indians. Asher is the Colombia to Uruguay, the Incas. Issachar is the Mexicans, the Aztecs. Nephthali is Argentina to Chile. So these are the 12 tribes of Israel that are scattered abroad in the diaspora, okay, that were lost but are now found. These are the same children that came out of Jacob, our forefather, and Rebekah, our foremother, according to the Holy Scriptures. If you're on this chart, then you have a chance to be saved from the coming destruction. Because this place, America, aka also known as Egypt, also known as Esau, Edom, Idumea, Mystery Babylon, all these names, that's America. And that's these places in which the beast, which is the EU and NATO, that's these places in which these people have had us in their hands. Us, meaning the 12 tribes of Israel, the true sons and daughters of God. We are a peculiar people to the Lord. Matter of fact, let me get that first. Because we are a peculiar people. Let's look up that word. Lord willing, we can. I don't know if I got Wi-Fi over here. Sometimes it goes in, or sometimes it'll not go in, but it'll. But these are the 12 tribes of Israel. We'll put our. Excuse me. Let me look up this verse real quick. Peculiar. How do you spell peculiar? Peculiar. Peculiar. There it goes. This is Exodus. No, let's just go to Deuteronomy chapter 14, and we'll start the verse off with that, since we talked about the 12 tribes of Israel, which is you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American tribes. Okay? It's Deuteronomy chapter 14, verses 2. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself, above all nations that are upon the earth. So the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, chose a peculiar people, a certain people, and that's those people on this chart. You so-called blacks, West Indians, Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Dominicans, Mayans, you Incas, Aztecs, Seminole Indians, American Indians. You're the true people of the Lord, according to the Holy Scriptures. Okay? A peculiar people unto the Lord. Let me read that again. I like how that sounds. Deuteronomy chapter 14 and 2, and it reads, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all nations that are upon the earth." A peculiar people. That's why the Lord does the things that he does for our nation. That's why, but Esau, Edom, so-called white man, thought we was all together done away with. They go to the Lord and they curse us. They put liquor stores on every corner. They do all these things. And then they go to the Lord like, look at them, look at them, look at them, look what they're doing. Curse us in front of the Lord. But the Lord said we are peculiar people. And also the Lord also said he don't change. I am the Lord thy God, I don't change. I forget what book that's in. But the Lord don't change. His people is his people. Was not his son a Hebrew, who you call Jesus Christ? His real name is Yahushai. According to the scriptures, according to the Paleo-Hebrew that they spoke back then in those days, but they would make you to believe that his name is, see, the letter J didn't come about until 1524, 1520s, 15 something like that, the 1500s. But so-called Jesus walked the earth way before that. His name was no Jesus. His name was Yahushai. And you are peculiar people unto him, the Son of God. You his brothers and sisters. He's from the tribe of Judah. That's the first tribe, American blacks. So Jesus, aka your so-called white Jesus, which is a black man, and his name is Yahushai, he was from the tribe of Judah, which is a black tribe. If you go to the book of, the law book, which is, I think it's one of the third books. What is that book? Of Moses, and the law that the Lord gave him. It might have been even in Exodus, but, what happened was, there was a thing called leprosy. And if you read through those books, it'll tell you plain and clearly. I forget what it was. Exodus. It was before Numbers, though. I know that. So, but it'll tell you about leprosy and how it's white or blind or this, that, and the other. So these people came from a black woman. They came from us. They came from so-called black. Okay. And your history, Esau Edom's history, it proves us right. It proves the Bible right. They're finding Noah's Ark. They're finding all types of things that have been in the scriptures, in the Holy Bible, man. So now that we broke it in and now we know who we are, the Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible, the real Jews, right? You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Indians. You Mayans, you Incas, you Aztecs, Argentina, Mexicans, you Seminole Indians, you are the true children, and we are our brothers and sisters, man. I know you can feel it. I know you understand. We're the only ones that are in the conditions. We're the only ones that the Deuteronomy chapter 28. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go into that. That's the spirit. Since I went into the tribes of Israel, we're going to talk about who these Deuteronomy tribes, who these curses, because the Lord cursed us because we weren't listening to him. He brought us out of Egypt. We seen the chariots. We seen all types of things, man. But our people still didn't listen and hearken unto the word of the Lord, man. Let me make sure this is recording right. Because the other day I did a whole camp and it was recorded upside down. So I'm doing another one today. But it's all in the spirit. I'm just making sure. I don't even know. Lord willing, it's recording right. You know. Lord willing, it's recording right. But you're a peculiar people unto the Lord. We're the only people, you know, that have a chance at salvation. These other people, these other heathens, so-called white people, Chinese, Japanese, all these people, even though some of them are going to look like us because of the great diaspora and us mating with everybody. You know how the black man is, the Mexican man. We you know, we have babies, man. You know, and these women can't resist us. So we have a lot of babies everywhere we go, man. So it's going to be people looking Japanese, Chinese, but they're going to be Israelites, man. If the Spirit beareth witness with the Spirit, you know, then they're of Israel. If not, then they're not of Israel. And Israel is these people on this chart, the 12 tribes of Israel. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, Zebulun, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Issachar, and Naphtali. The 12 tribes of Israel who were scattered and are still scattered but are now found in these last days in which the Lord is coming back soon. But let's go to the book of Deuteronomy and let's read through some of these curses and see who these curses fit. You know, and don't get me twisted. We can talk about the war. It's war going on over there in Ukraine. But I quite frankly, you know, I'm not worried about it. It's not gonna pop off unless the Lord wants to pop off. And first and foremost, before that World War III start, that chip gotta come. That's why they said the other day that Russia and Ukraine is the beginning of the New World Order. That war is gonna determine who's gonna rule in the New World Order. Which the EU, America, and NATO, they're all trying to bring in this fourth industrial revolution. And I don't want to get off track because I want to talk about the curses first. But that fourth industrial revolution is that chip. That chip, they're going to put it up under your hand. It's like a little bitty bead. But they're going to turn you into a computer. They're able to hack the human body. They're able to learn more about you than you know about yourself. So this is what they're doing. This is their fourth industrial revolution. And this is why we, the children of Israel, need to get out of here. We need Yahushua to come back. Because if we don't get out of here, these people are going to kill us, man. They're going to, you know, no flesh should be saved. What was that? Let me just get that first, and then we can get these curses. Let me just get that real quick, because if it wasn't for the elect's sake, then no flesh would be saved, right? You know what I'm saying? And the elect are the, you know, the 144,000 that are going to be chose out of the 12 tribes of Israel. And those are going to be the elect. They're going to come back on the earth when Yahushua cracks the clouds, and they're going to rule over this earth. And everything you see, everything you do in here, all your birth certificates, everything's going to be burnt up, man. It's in ashes through those nuclear warheads. Everything going to be burnt. You know? You're not going to, none of this stuff is going to be here. None of your nasty cars or anything, man. We could be riding chariots, man. You know? Y'all probably be walking. But my people are going to be riding in the chariots, man. You know? Thus saith the Lord. But let me get this real quick. It says, this is Matthew's chapter 24 and 22. Matthew's chapter 24, verse 22. And it reads, let me just read up, because these things are happening in the earth, man, to the 12 tribes of Israel. This is Matthew chapter 24, verses 15, and I'll read down. It says, when ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, let me see. No, Just let me go up. Slakia. Let's just read Matthew 24, man. This is heavy, man. Let's just read it from 5. It says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. All types of false prophets, all these Joel Osteens and T.D. Jakes and all these people that are having a 501c3. See, look up that 501c3. These people can't teach the whole doctrine that's in the scriptures, man. They can't teach you about the destruction that's coming. They can't tell you that the Lord is also the God of Satan. The Lord is also giving Satan orders to carry out on the earth. They can't tell you these things. They can't tell you about the judgments because of a 501c3. And it's really for filthy lucre's sake, man. For money. So they can keep feeding their pockets. They can't tell you about the real Bible. That's why Christianity is dead. That's why all these other places are dead. The churches the congregations are dead, man. Full of dead men's bones. They don't know what's going on in the world. It says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. This is St. Matthew's chapter 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Ukraine, Russia, all these things going on. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes, in diverse places. And that's what's happening today. Everything the scriptures say, this is a prophecy. This is a prophecy. And you see it with your own eyes. The normal person can see the pestilence and the things that are happening, the earthquakes and the wars and rumors of wars. And they're scared. They're all talking about Ukraine now. Even my daughter said something to me. My teacher, we're talking about Ukraine and this, that. Don't talk to me about Ukraine. Y'all wasn't worried about war then. Y'all want to party and all this bullshit. And then when war popping off, now you want to talk about Ukraine. No, we're not scared. You guys are scared. I'm not scared. Because America has a date. Those missiles is coming. Those nuclear silos ain't just sitting there for no reason. You know, you don't build a nuclear warhead and just sit and look at it. Put it in a museum, just looking at it. These people are going to be in a bad case here in a minute. They have no idea that these nukes are coming, man. This is St. Matthew's chapter 24, verses 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines. Yeah, great famine, man. They're already trying to bring in the famine of the word. But there's going to be famines that, I mean, people are hungry out here. People are poor. People are losing work, quitting their jobs. People are out here in the streets, man. You know, you wake up at 6 in the morning and all the way till 12 o'clock at night, the streets are packed. It's like you can't even tell when people go to work and come home from work because they're not working anymore. The mirth of the land is gone. These people are through. It's over. Over. It says, all these things are the beginning of sorrows. St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 8. All these things are the beginnings of sorrows, man. And what's that word sorrow? That can't be good, right? You think about the word sorrow. Let's look up sorrow real quick in the etymology. Lord willing. But ain't nothing good about sorrow. Sorrow means crying. Sorrow means pain. So all these things are the beginnings of sorrows, right? Let's look up sorrow. It says grief, regret, trouble, care, pain, anxiety. All these things are the beginnings of sorrows, okay? The beginning of sorrows. All right. St. Matthew chapter 24, verses 8. Hey, little buddies. And all these things, and all these are the beginning of sorrows. And these things are happening in this earth, man. And the people who stand so stiffly for the word of the Lord, those are going to be the ones getting persecuted more than everybody else, man. They're going to really try to come after you people. They're going to try to come after you, man. They're going to come after us, brothers and sisters, man, that stand so stiffly for the name of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. See, they want you to say Jesus. They want you to say all these other names. But that's not his name. That's not my big brother's name. His name is Yahushai. It says then, this is St. Matthew chapter 24 and 9. I had to get to St. Matthew's, man, before we go back to them curses. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Yeah, they don't like that name, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. They don't like it. And when we heard it, before we came into the truth, it drew us in. It was like, hold up, what's that? I heard that before. It's because our souls are the same souls, man. You know, the Lord already created us, man. You know, and that's beautiful to know, man. It's like, hold up, I heard what? What was that I just heard? Yahweh what? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. What? What? Click, 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 click. All types of bombs going off in your head. Doom, 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 doom. All types of remembrances, man. All types of, you know, question marks and shit. Like, I got to figure this out, you know what I mean? But it's the Lord calling us back to who we are, man. We are the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. Now we get back to the curses. So who is these curses? You American blacks, you West Indian blacks, you Haitians, you Puerto Ricans, you Cubans, you Dominicans. Where did all y'all come from? Y'all came from the transatlantic slave trade, right? The transatlantic slave trade brought all you people to these islands. You Guatemala, the Panama, you Mayans, American Indians, Seminole Indians, you Incas, Aztecs. How did you get to these lands? Either you was part of those different, during King Solomon's age, during King Solomon's reign, you know, he had people coming back and forth to the Americas. This was the land of Canaan. This was the land that the Lord had promised to us, man. And it used to be Pangea. It was all one land. That's why if you put them together, it's like a puzzle. It goes together. But the Lord got rid of that, man. He scattered everybody. So we are those people. We are those people, the 12 tribes of Israel. And we're all brothers and sisters, man. That's why we all suffer through these same Deuteronomy curses. And let's go to the book of Deuteronomy. Since we spoke about St. Matthew's and the Lord's return, let me speak about Deuteronomy chapter 28. Matter of fact, let me just go to it in the regular sword. Slakia. Okay. Oh man, I gotta get that out of there. See, I be having notes just popping up out of nowhere. I got some notes in there. You know, one thing about it is, Lord willing, the Lord's working with us, man. Lord willing, we some of those men and women that's gonna be able to get on them chariots, man. You know? Because everybody ain't gonna be able to get on the chariots, man, when they crack the sky. And I've had dreams about it, man. I've had dreams. I drew it down. I knew what was happening, man. You know, it was a city down there. It was getting exploded. It was all types of chariots in the air fighting these aircrafts. And then I seen the chariot opening up the sky. It was like a sky, and it's like I can hear the clouds moving out the way. You know what I'm saying? I seen the chariot, man, and it was huger than the whole earth, man. I only seen a little bit of it, man. You know, I knew it was gonna be big, man. But I seen it in my dreams, man. And brothers be having visions and dreams about these things, man. And I remember I was like on this mountain. And I know I'm going off, but I was on this mountain and I was looking out. I got the picture and everything. I drew the picture, man. I was looking out and it was a city down there. It was almost like I was in Denver, because I used to go to Denver and I used to be on the mountain. And there used to be a city down there. It was like Golden. I could see Golden, Colorado. I could see Denver, Colorado. I could see Lakewood. From this mountain called Green Mountain, I could see them all. And it looked like I was on one of those mountains like that. And I seen the city, and the buildings was getting destroyed. Planes were crashing into the city. The mountains were on fire in different places from planes crashing and firepower. And I kid you not, I seen that ship. And I kid you not, FEMA trucks were running around grabbing people up. And we knew that they weren't for our good. I knew that I wanted to get away from them. I kid you not, man. You know, and I have the book, man. But you know, we're hoping that we can be delivered, man, in that day, because these days are coming, man. You can feel it in the air. It's a lot of things that are going on. You got the war over there in Ukraine going on. You got everything going on, man. All of a sudden, HIV popped back up after everybody got inoculated. You got everything going on. You got all types of things going on. They might just cut the video just because I said HIV, because there's some pussies, man. And Esau Edom is a little bitch. And forgive my language. Forgive me, Lord. You help us to give a shot. And this is Deuteronomy. And see if these curses fit you, man. If you a part of these 12 tribes, these curses might fit you. These are the curses, man. And it says, Deuteronomy chapter 28, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations on the earth. And that's why we're in such a low condition. Because every time the Lord would give us a chance, our people would disrespect the Lord, man. Every time the Lord would give us a chance, we would go and do this and we would do this. He rained manna from heaven, man, and fed us for 40 years in the wilderness, but we still didn't believe. We still wanted to go back to Egypt. We still thought we could do it better. And that's the condition of our people today, man. Those same people that the Lord had to destroy in the wilderness because he didn't want them to go into those ships. He didn't want them to go into the motherland. That's the same thing that's going to happen today. 2/3 are going to be destroyed and cut off. Only 1/3, the elect of Israel, are going to make it into those chariots when they pull up, man. Everybody else going to be destroyed. The same thing the Lord did whenever we ran through the wilderness for 40 years and we didn't lack nothing and our parents were still complaining, our forefathers. He's going to do it again in this time. The Lord has said he don't change. He's the same Lord, man. So let's see about these curses. What about this is Deuteronomy chapter 28. And let's just go, I'm going to skip straight to the point. It says so the Lord's basically laying it out. If you observe to do all my statutes and commandments, then I bless you in the field, I bless you in the city. But guess what's happening? No, we didn't do none of those, so guess what's happening to us? It says, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 15, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and all his statutes which I command thee this day, that all the curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. All these curses are overtaking us right now. Check this out. Verse 15. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shalt thou fruit of thy cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, and the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. So we're cursed with obesity. We cursed with all these things. We curse everywhere we go. We in the ghettos, you know, while right across the street, next door you got a rich people's neighborhood, but across the train tracks you got this ghetto, and you can't even go in there, man. Police always posted in there. No police in the city. They all just posted around the ghetto. Black people, Latinos, and Native Americans outnumber all the white people in the jail system. We feel the jail system. We're cursed here. Our women can't grow hair and shit, bald-headed, putting on blonde wigs. They women ain't trying to put on no black person wig. We cursed here. First fired, last hired. We cursed here. Always worried if we're going to die or something going to happen. Worried about this, worried about that. Always worrying because we oppressed up under these people. We're cursed here, man. And you cursed in this land, and wherever land you are, if you one of these tribes, because the Lord cursed you. We killing each other, listening to this rap music, shooting each other down, gunning each other down. Parents against the children, children against the parents. We cursed here. A whole bunch of curses, man, because we refuse to hearken unto the voice of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. It says, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 17, cursed shall be thy basket and thy store, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land. We used to be able to grow crops and stuff. They took all that away from us, man. You know, so-called Edomites, they're not so-called, they are Edomites. So-called white man came in to the Native Americans' land and took all their lands away from them, man. And then they brought over the slaves, so-called black people, which were Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, mainly to the Americas, and then they made them slaves here, you know, under the curses. So the land has not been able to yield forth its real yield, its real fruit. And you know, these damn Edomites, they don't let the land have a Sabbath. They don't let the land rest. All they do is keep working the land, man. So nothing's really yielding forth its whole increase here. They're killing all the animals. You know, nothing really yields forth its whole increase here. This place is through. You can cut the darkness and evil of America. You can cut it with a knife. You can feel it. This place is set for destruction from the Almighty Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And that's the only way the land here is going to be cleansed. The Lord is going to recompense and buy us back from these damn devils, man. Buy the 12 tribes back from these devils. But we curse right now until we come back to the fold. The Lord ain't going to let everybody. It's like we running through that 40 years in the wilderness again. He's going to purify you before you get into them shits. Before you go to the Holy Land, to the kingdom, he's going to purify you. That's why you're going through so much trouble. Because he's purging us. Everybody we see going to die. We're hoping that we enter those ships with the Lord, man. And you people are cursed. Our people are cursed because the Lord cursed us, man. And let me finish up on the curse, on a few little curses real quick, because it's a lot of curses, man. It says, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 19. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. Well, you curse when you come into the world, man. As soon as you born into sin. As soon as you born, you come out the womb, you born into sin. You born into this world of sin. You born into this bullcrap, man.
Like dirty rags.
And then whenever you go out the world, you know, you can't wait to leave this place, man. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in the world, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. When you leave the world, your family can't even find money to put you in the earth right, man. They got to struggle and stress out about how to bury you, man.